What is up, guys? It's your boy SF Bay Area Sports Talk, and today we are doing a different video than what you are accustomed to seeing on this channel. Of course, as you know, if you follow my channel closely, you know that I post all sports content. But today we are going to be talking about the new law that was put in place about, I would say, about roughly a week ago from the FTC, which, you know, the government, and a law that was put in place because what they said is that YouTube violated the Children's Privacy Protection Act. And essentially, this was a law that I think was put in place in 1998. And essentially, they renew it about every 10 years. And there was a lot of complaints going around about YouTube, you know, meaning like content that was not suitable for children that kids were watching. And so the FTC essentially sued YouTube, and they came to a settlement agreement of YouTube having to pay the FTC $170 million. And now, as a result of this also, what happened also is that on YouTube, as we know, you can only be on YouTube or have a YouTube account to watch videos if you are 13 years or older. So if you are not of age, you cannot essentially have a YouTube account. And what they were saying is that there was a lot of content made by creators on YouTube that was suitable for kids under the age of 12. Excuse me. And essentially these videos, I mean, these kids were not getting access to these videos. So again, that's another thing that the FTC obviously didn't necessarily agree with or like for kids in this case. And so YouTube also came to the agreement that now for all content creators, we are specified to post whether or not our videos are made for kids or not. Now, if you're wondering whether or not your video is suitable for kids or not, there are several factors you can look at. One of the things, of course, language. I would have to say that if there is bad words or cuss language used, I would definitely mark that video for adults, because you wouldn't want a child under the age of 12 to hear bad words and then possibly repeat those words to say like their parents or something. So, you know, that makes a ton of sense to put that now there. Another big thing that is going to be going down is the revenue that comes with these kids-friendly content. So what they are essentially doing is they are going to be cutting down the revenue about approximately 90%. So now you're only going to be making 10% revenue income what you used to make essentially, and that's a 90% pay down, so, or pay cut, I should say. And that is going to be extremely devastating to a lot of content creators. And of course, there are a lot of content creators that, you know, YouTube, there's so many great things that come from being on YouTube. One of those things is the community that we build here at YouTube, and, you know, with the content that we produce, and having those same relatable interests to share with people from all around the world, and to be able to collaborate on a video is such an amazing thing that we can do with technology in today's age. And that is one of the biggest things that I love about YouTube is, you know, the ability to interact and communicate with people from all over the world. Because and also I would say that it is a safe way to communicate, because on YouTube, with these subscribers, you have to keep in mind that I don't know your guys' phone numbers or emails. YouTube knows that information. The only thing I know is essentially what your avatar is and a nickname that you might have put for your YouTube channel. So that is the only way that I can identify you. So again, this is great in the sense that you can interact with people from all over the world, and, you know, essentially not have to worry about people knowing your personal information, you know, like where you live and those kind of sorts of matters. The way that the revenue is going to be cut down that extreme is that there will not be directed ads on kids-friendly content videos. So to the best of my understanding, what I think that essentially means is that, you know, generally you have ads play, I would guess, that are based off of people's interests. And so now essentially you're going to have ads that maybe are going to be different than on what the video could be about. Because I feel like a good thing that YouTube probably has done at times through ads is, you know, if you're watching sports content, you're going to see a sports related ad, or maybe for sports tickets, or, you know, or to buy merchandise, those kind of things. And then versus, like, say if you're watching video games, you're probably going to see video game ads. So to the best of my understanding, that's what I think it means when they say that there's not going to be directed ads on kids friendly content videos. And so I do, however, believe still that there will still be ads on videos, but again, ads that are different, essentially, which means that less people will probably click on those ads. And as we know, if people click on the ads from your video, that actually boosts your revenue significantly, even I believe if they don't buy something or not. Just them going to the website, creating traffic through the World Wide Web, that can be a huge momentum booster going forward. So, you know, what I think that as YouTube content creators, and as a small YouTube content creator like myself, and, you know, loving YouTube for what it is, we have to make a stance on, you know, this Coppa law. Because another thing, guys, that is going to essentially happen is that if you mark a video for kids, and this is going to be what they're going to do. So the video will not have no notifications, which means that when you hit that bell button, when you smash the bell button, like I always tell you guys to do, well, you're not going to get notifications when new videos are being posted. So I guess that just means that you're going to have to go to the person's channel, or, yeah, I mean, you could search for the video, but chances are it's a lot easier to go to a person's channel and look at their most recent videos that were posted. Also, guys, starting January 1st, 2020, so keep in mind, all of these things that I'm reading to you are going to be in place by January 1st, 2020. No comments. That's a huge one. But here's the thing. There is a petition going around, which I will leave a link for that down below in the description. And on there, guys, you can go leave a comment for the FTC and let them know what your opinion is to the new rules. But what I would say is be very genuine with them. Be very understanding from the mindset of where they were coming from. Because after all, they were coming from the perspective of, you know, that kids were being exposed to content that was not appropriate, and you never know what type of psychological effect that could have on the development of that child's life. So this is a very serious issue, and is to be taken very serious from all of us. And so, but in that petition, guys, you can sign letting YouTube know what your thoughts are. And again, as YouTube content creators, and, you know, as the free American people, we need to voice our opinion and to let the FTC know how we feel about these rule changes. And, you know, because another thing you have to think is that what's going to happen now with kids' content being, again, 90% pay cut, that's going to discourage a lot of content creators to continue doing YouTube, because a lot of content creators have dreams of doing YouTube as a full-time job, and really it's probably the best job that anyone can have, because, you know, you're sharing passionate information about what you enjoy, and you're able to interact with so many interesting, cool people, and to make a living off of it is absolutely amazing. And it shows the future technological world that we've been living in, guys, because 10-20 years ago you couldn't make a living off doing videos on the internet, because the internet, I mean, think back to when the internet didn't even exist. So that's going to be very rough, because now you're going to see these content creators probably stop doing YouTube, and it's going to be very, you know, very sad to see that happen. Another big thing, guys, to let you know, that if you were thinking about the possibility of marking your videos as not for kids, you know, in hopes of maybe preserving what would be your ad revenue, unfortunately, this is not the best of ideas, because if the FTC looks through your video and they find it appropriate for kids, but yet it is marked for adults, then they're going to slap you with a fine. And we don't know how severe or how big this fine could be. Could be upwards to $42,000 per video. And that is a risk that not a lot of content creators are going to want to be an example for. You know, you don't want to be that person that gets dinged with this fine And I don't know how that fine works, because a lot of us don't even have $42,000 lying around. So whether that's 42,000 that's taken out of ad revenue from maybe when your channel gets to that point, or if I don't know if you pay that in payments, but that's a conversation for a whole nother day. But yeah, this is no joke. You can set your videos to 4 kids. So the thing that I am not 100% sure about, what I do know is that YouTube has gone through and manually tried to change your videos to whether they're kid or appropriate or not. So YouTube is helping to assist creators in this, obviously, transition that we are going through. And so from hopefully, from the best of my knowledge, and what I would hope that the FTC would do essentially is that prior videos, again, hopefully YouTube does their due diligence on all of the videos from prior, but I feel like the FTC should give us essentially a warning, because what they say is that they're going to terminate your channel if they find one video. And so not only will they slap you with that $42,000 fine potentially, but they are going to completely terminate your YouTube channel. So again, I hope that if you get a first-time strike or something, they let it go. And by that, I mean from prior videos. But I feel like they should mainly look at new videos that you're posting, because for me, of course, like I set my channel to 4 kids. So, of course, one of the things that I will definitely be on the lookout for in my videos is language, making sure it's suitable. And if I'm doing a sports reaction video and I have family over and a cuss word leaks out, I will definitely, before posting the video to YouTube, I will make sure that that scene or that clip of the is, you know, completely edited out. So I highly recommend you guys to, from now on, really make sure that you comply following these regulations, and so that you're not going to be a potential example of what the FTC could potentially do. So other things, guys, let's get through the rest of the list that will be in place January 1st, 2020. So again, if you sign that petition down below, maybe we can get the comment ban uplifted so we can still have comments, because comments, I think, are a huge part of building your community on YouTube. And again, with no comments, how are you able to have that personal interaction with your fans and subscribers? So also, guys, so the videos for kids-friendly content, they will not be searchable. Now, I believe that is through Google, but I don't know on YouTube if that means that if they search the video on YouTube, they won't find it. Because in that case, I don't understand how people will find the video if they search for what the video is about and it's not going to pop up. So not 100% sure how that's going to work. So I don't know if it's just for Google, meaning that when you search it on Google, like now, if you do that, YouTube videos will pop up through Google search. But now, you know, that's not going to be the case. Also, guys, it will not be posted in the suggested recommended videos. So that's another huge thing that I think YouTube incorporated, which has helped fellow YouTube content creators to be able to get more exposure and traffic to their channel and to the videos they're posting on their channel. And so, again, all of these new rules will be in place by January 1st, 2020, but the petition could possibly levy the comment ban. So definitely, guys, check that out. And, you know, let me know what your guys' thoughts are about all of this. This is obviously very devastating for a lot of us content creators that, of course, have had those dreams of making it big on YouTube and having this be like a full-time job, a really passionate job to have, talking about your interests and passion. But again, I feel like we shouldn't let this stop us from continuing to make great, amazing content, because after all, that is what really has built the YouTube to be this great community. And hopefully through complying with the FTC, we can maybe come to a consensus, maybe down the line. But for now, I really think that we should take this, you know, very seriously, and take it from the perspective of, you know, like if we had kids, you know, we wouldn't want them being exposed to, you know, material that isn't appropriate for them. And again, because kids are so young, their brains are not fully developed. You don't know how they're going to respond to videos that they watch on YouTube. So this does make a lot of sense for protecting children's privacy, and again, protecting our future generations, because these kids are going to be the future of the technological world that we are moving into, and so it is going to be huge for their development. So guys, the last thing I was going to run through is that these are some of the types of subjects that if your video falls under these categories and the video is in fact deemable, marked for kids. So that would be kids jokes, music, kids games, video and computer games, children's TV shows, or stars, cartoon characters, sports even, of course, stories, purchased or consumed by kids, like snack food or cereal. So I believe that's like if you have kids eating snacks or even adults eating snacks, you're advertising kids material. Because I guess if you think of it, kids are going to see that on the video and maybe ask their parents to get those snacks. So those are all things to keep in mind. And again, the language. If you have any bad language, I highly recommend marking the video for adults. And so, yeah, I mean, YouTube also, you can set it to mark each video individually. So maybe if you feel like you might post some videos for kids, but then sometimes you post videos that maybe are deemable for only adults, you can check that option. Or if you feel like every video you post is suitable for kids and appropriate, then you can go ahead and check that box for kids content. So guys, with that being said, I hope you made it all the way through to the end of this video. If you did, I want to thank you so much. Be sure to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Smash the subscriber button and smash that bell button if you would like to see sports content from this channel, which is what I bring to you all the time from my local Bay Area sports teams. And so I love doing it, guys. But also, I would love to hear what are all your guys' thoughts on the new Coppa law, and how are you responding to complying with everything. Again, we need to take this very seriously, but also understand that, we have to continue to believe in ourselves and fight for what we believe in. So, again, leave a comment for the FTC and sign that petition if you haven't done so. And as always, guys, until next time, I will see you guys again. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.